Greetings, friends. Welcome to Adele and Colin's Properly Impressive show. Look, we're here. How impressive. We're both here at the beginning of the stream. We knew it was going to start. Already quite impressive.
Yeah.
Welcome, Colin. How are you?
I am feeling properly impressive. Just doing the brand. Just saying the brand name, really.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling impressive too. You know, showy and proper. Very proper. But anyway, welcome everyone to our Properly Impressive show. This is the show where me and Colin try and do properly impressive things. We bring you our impressive friends, we show off our impressive skills, we talk about impressive stuff we know, and hopefully sometimes say stuff that's funny and, you know, do impressive puns. So yeah, please send us your comments during the show about things you want to hear us say impressive stuff about. You know, declare your allegiance to Team Adele or Team Colin at any point if you find us impressive. And yeah, we'll go on to it. We've got some brilliant guests and lots of fun rounds to go on. So, Colin, any impressive things you'd like to say before we get impressive people on the impressive show?
Well, look, that is an impressive background, Adele. Look
I
at
know,
that.
isn't it? I really thought about it beforehand.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk you through my impressive background?
I'm gonna make you bigger so you can do that. Look at that.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is my impressive background. That's Black Widow. She's an Avenger. That's very impressive. Okay. This is a lava lamp. Notoriously the most impressive of all the lamps. Very distracting. I hope people will look at my face and not just the lava lamp. But I'm aware that you can do that. These are some assorted trophies. The UK Pun Championships belt. A sort of little man posed at a sheep that was a prop in my first Edinburgh show. And this is a dead bonsai tree, which is impressive because I kept it alive so well, and then I left it with my sister who has tons of plants, and she killed it. Which probably
not impressed.
Not impressed. You're not impressed by my dead bonsai tree?
Mr. Miyagi would not be impressed with your bonsai tree.
Is Mr. Miyagi the cat version of Mr. Miyagi?
Mr. Miyagi, yeah. Listen, my background is not impressive. I've just got a white wall, to be honest.
It's wonderfully painted, and that's a jaunty angle you've got on that ceiling there. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, that's true. And I've got some fairy lights going up the side there. Look at that.
Yeah. I was very pleased with all my picks. What have I got? Cambridge Building Society Young Community Volunteer of the Year 2008. That's impressive.
I mean, if anyone is saying who they are championing, either Team Adele or Team Colin, you're winning so far. Let me just try and be a little bit impressive then, because I saw you had all the trophies earlier. So I haven't got any trophies physically because you've got the pun belt. I had the pun belt last year. You've got it now. So what I found in my parents' mountain of photos they've got of me is this. This is
look at your little face.
Yeah, this is a little 11-year-old Colin being impressive. That says Budok schoolboy Colin Leggo. His singing career reached a high note last week when he walked away from the County Music Festival with a first and a second. There you go.
Oh, Colin, that's adorable. Are you good at singing still?
Well, obviously, I'm not a soprano anymore. Things have changed, but I can hold a tune. Huh?
I said, no, really, what's changed?
It's only 7:05. We can't go into that. But there you go. So I'm a little bit impressive. That's
very impressive. Some people have already been impressed by us. Ian is loving the dramatic music, which I liked a lot too. It was great. Also, Steve is ready to be impressed, not yet impressed, but he's on the cusp of being impressed.
Yeah.
And Jan First is, you know, very, very impressively polite and welcoming.
Hello 3 times.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what you say to a policeman, isn't it? Hello, hello, hello.
Isn't that what they say to you? I don't think you walk up to a police officer and go, hello, hello, hello. Can you help me? I've lost my cat.
I met 3 policemen made out of bubbly chocolate. I said, ero, 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 ero. Okay, that was terrible. All right.
I met 3 policemen that were patchwork elephants. I said, Elmo, Elmo, Elmo.
Okay.
Does that work?
I don't think so.
Is Elmo a patchwork elephant?
Right. If you do think this is impressive, we have got impressive guests as well. Adele, tell us how people can maybe show their appreciation for the impressiveness by giving us cash. How does that
Oh,
work?
yes, if you are impressed by us at any stage or our impressive guests, please let us know, and we go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Adele Cliff. I'm aware it looks like you're just giving money to me, which you sort of are, but I'll split it up later. And I'm impressively good at maths. I got an A in my A level, so so I can definitely divide by 4. So please do send us any cash if you enjoy parts of the show. If you wish to declare your allegiance, you can do that in your comment, and it would be much appreciated. So I can go and buy more trophies from strangers. No, I'm kidding. I know everyone who owns all these trophies. Yeah, and also please do send us your comments and stuff during the show as well, because we would love to know what you'd like to hear impressive stories about, because later we're going to try and impress people with stories.
Yeah, and it's our first show, guys. So we're gonna get through this together. Let's have a bit of fun for an hour.
Just be impressed by our efforts.
Yeah, why not? But listen, the show is not just about us, because we are going to try and impress each other with our impressive friends. So let me introduce you to our first guest tonight, who is going to be on Team Colin, the best team, obviously. He is a comedian. He is a presenter, an actor, a voiceover artist. He is currently based in Amsterdam. Oh, yeah, it's quite impressive. Chortle.co.uk said he is compelling to watch, unashamedly feel good. And in one of his Edinburgh shows, the poster for one of his Edinburgh shows, he was basically naked and holding a live and real alligator. Which is properly impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the wonderful Simon Fielder.
Oh, the internet. Hello, the internet.
What?
It was a live alligator, actually. That is a true story. That's of all the things that you said, which were also true, that is the one that I'm like, no, actually, I think that's impressive, because it was really scary.
If you want to look up that show, it was called Die Trying, wasn't it?
That's true, yeah. There's actually I made a video about doing the photo shoot. So if you like the idea of me in my pants, and let's face it, who wouldn't? Then you can watch that, and you can see the sheer terror in a grown man's face as what is ostensibly a baby alligator is put, I would say, almost family tree endingly close to my genitalia.
What can I ask, Simon? It
Please.
Was impressive. I'm good at why just your pants? Just why?
This part of the story is not that interesting, but it was an homage to a photo that I had seen where a much better looking naked man was holding an alligator in a very artistic way, but it's not a very well known picture. So I feel like on the back of the flyer I should have been like, this is what I was doing.
This is what I'm referencing.
Yeah, but in real terms, everyone was just like, well, you've definitely made some choices there, haven't you, mate?
You've gone for this. This is
it's Edinburgh, isn't it? Remember Edinburgh? Remember when we went to Edinburgh?
That was it, wasn't it?
That'll be it.
Now.
That'll be my epitaph, is just me with my dick out holding an alligator. Cheers, everyone.
Oh, what a lovely, lovely thing. And what a lovely thing by this.
I was wearing flesh-coloured pants, just to just let's be clear.
Oh.
Thanks, Tom, for that comment.
Hey, Tom Mouse.
That's
nice. Oh, I've had a helpful clarification. I like it when people correct my jokes. Elmer is the elephant. Elmo's a muppet. I knew what I meant. Yeah, Elmer doesn't sound as much like hello, so arguably the joke doesn't work. But thank you, Jonathan, for telling me why that didn't make sense. That is good to know. Oh
boy.
We should introduce our second guest first. Is on Team Adele, the best team of all the 2 teams. I would say a top 2-tier team at least. And I've got a top 2-tier guest as well, I would say. He's great. He's a former Jewish Comedian of the Year, not current Jewish Comedian of the Year, so we could have got someone better. But he's a former world powerlifting champion, which is irrelevant to comedy. And he's also someone I've lived with in Edinburgh who cannot pick up his fucking shoes. It's Aaron Simmons.
All of those are factually accurate, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Yeah. I mean, we talked before the show about how we have to be nice to each other, and that's going to be the most difficult thing. And you almost say nice things to me in an introduction where you're supposed to be talking about how impressive I am, and yet even still, you managed to have a dig at something I did 3 years ago now.
2 years ago, actually. And yeah, that's fair. But I just found it impressive that you only had like 2 pairs of shoes. How could they be everywhere? They were everywhere.
Yeah.
They were really everywhere. We should probably deal with this later.
I'm loving it that there's bickering in your team already. This is good for us, Simon. This
It's
is
like a domestic dispute, isn't it? I feel like I've dropped into a house party with my parents.
We have got something to tell you, Simon.
You're
is
adopted.
it? Am I going to find out I'm not Jewish?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, sorry, this is fun. Right, so we're going to do some fun games and stuff. I've just got an important update on the elephant situation. It's Elmer. So I was sort of right. That's what I meant. Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, it's fine.
And
it literally is the elephant in the room now. Let's stop talking about it.
Let's stamp that one out. Before we get into the first round, we've got a first round. It's going to be great. But I just want to say, so far, I'm very excited to welcome to Team Adele, Ian. Ian says he should go with his fellow countryman, but like wrestling, he's going to go to latch on to the current champion. And he likes my teammate. So well done, Aaron.
Oh,
you're welcome.
This is not good. All right. We're gonna up our game, Simon, and we're gonna get this with our first round. Should we do the first round?
Yeah. So this is round 1, everybody. Welcome. So round 1, we've asked both Simon and Aaron to bring an impressive mascot with them to impress us with their mascot. Simon, impress us with your mascot.
Right, I've got a preface to this round, which is that I currently live in another country called the United Netherlands of Holland. And so all of my amassed pointless shit is in London. But I live in a flat that has amassed quite a lot of other pointless shit from other people over the years. So I've done some rummaging. And for my mascot, I've got this saw that I found, and I've put a face on it, and he's called Linus. So
Linus, lovely. It's a pretty sharp character, Linus.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I want to be quite cavalier with this, but it is what looks like quite a professional level saw. So I'm going to gently put it down near my penis.
At least it's not alive. Oh, sorry,
Nothing.
Linus is alive. Ignore me.
Well,
okay.
I'm very impressed.
Did I win?
It's going to be hard to top. A saw with a face drawn on it in Tipex is going to be very, very hard to top.
Thank you very much. I spent a long time on that, Colin.
Yeah. No.
We can see. Aaron, bar's been raised. Impress us with your mascot.
It's interesting you should say the phrase "the bar's been raised" because I've got something that is about a bar being raised. Hello, this little guy here, he's called Billy the Bench Presser, and he just happens to be attuned to my world champion powerlifting trophy. That means that I don't like to bring this up, it's sort of embarrassing to talk about, but in 2013, there was nobody stronger than me in my weight category who entered the competition that I entered, that most of the people who wanted to be in the stronger category didn't enter. World champion.
It's so impressive. World champion.
It's annoying because I've got my headphones on, so you can't really hear the quality, and it looks like it's silver, but it bends. So real impressive.
It's so impressive.
So,
I love it.
Well, are you currently the world champion?
No, I've very much gone to seed.
Because I would say, I would say that currently Simon is the world champion at drawing Tipex faces on swords. So
I like where this is headed.
Because he's the only person that's done it. So, you know.
What about David Parkinson?
I take it back.
Was there a competition? Were there adjudicators to check the faces drawn on these swords? Not swords, swords. Do we allow swords in this category? I would very much argue that despite the terrible quality of the trophy, being a world champion at anything is impressive. Very impressive. Probably the most impressive. Nearly as impressive as being the UK pun champion.
Oh boy.
That's right there.
I think our audience need to tell us what they're most impressed with. Is it a rubbish trophy for being a world champion, or is it a face drawn on a saw? I mean, that's amazing.
Somebody else's saw that Simon has stolen and defaced.
Found.
Well, faced, but defaced in.
I faced it.
Refaced it is probably the most accurate.
Oh, actually, Ian makes a valid point. Does that trophy really bend, Aaron, or are you just very strong?
I mean, it's a difficult one to tell. And I am here all alone, so it's sort of impossible to really quantify that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
it's not Tipex, it's blue tack, isn't it, Simon?
Yeah, it's blue tack.
One of its eyes isn't an eye; it's a gaping wound.
I mean, this one is actually a hole.
Shot in the head.
And it's there's no blue tack in the Netherlands, so it's their sort of white equivalent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a difficult to solve dilemma. We'll have to move on. Tell us who you found impressive as a mascot, everybody. But
chuck that over there.
Yeah, just throw that around.
Right. While we're thinking about who's most impressive, should we have round 2 and we'll get on with this a little bit?
Let's go round 2.
Okay, round 2.
Can I just say what is very impressive at this point is that there's video graphics introducing each round.
Hey,
people tune into this stuff thinking it's going to be some penny ante Zoom call bullshit, and this is next level stuff, you guys.
We've got banners, we've got a scrolling banner, we've got a logo.
There's so much going on, and I think the 3 or 7 people watching it are going to have their bloody minds little blown out, aren't they?
Absolutely blown away by it.
I'm so glad I'm on the first one that before it gets big. That's good.
Yeah. You want to be early. So when it's really big, and you can be like, oh, I was there before it was big. I'm a fan, and then they can find this old footage, presumably of us messing something up, and be like, wow, that's before they knew what they were doing. So impressive.
Well, listen, round 2. Round 2, we have asked our beautiful guests to come along, and we're all going to see what party trick we've got to impress you and hopefully impress the other team. So we haven't really worked out who's going first here. We've all got a party trick which is hopefully appropriate and doable on screen.
Yes.
Right, well, let's give this a go. Let's say I'm going to start with Team Adele. Adele, would you or Aaron like to show us your party trick?
Well, impressively, we've got the same party trick that we can do synchronized.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So what we're going to do is we're going to spin pens around our thumbs.
Oh, okay.
Impressively.
Right.
I've always wanted to know how to do that.
Wow.
It took me doing an AS level in maths and being really bad at it to learn how to do it. And I'm really failing at it now.
I learned it in quarantine.
I've got sort of several different tricks that I can do.
Aaron is smashing this to pieces.
Yeah.
I can also do it left-handed as well and do it
come on
together.
Yeah, I can do it left-handed. I can bring in a second pencil as a mascot.
There we go, that works. We were going to do it as like a Swan Lake kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a dance, but we just didn't have the prep time that I would have liked to make that work.
Yeah.
Simon, do you have a pen handy? Simon, do you have a pen handy?
I do have a pen. Yeah, I got a couple.
Right. Shall we give it a go?
Yeah, I think this is going to go great.
So you're going to spin it around your thumb, guys. Round your thumb. So you use these 2 fingers and you're pushing with your middle finger to give it propulsion.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I've been doing, but it doesn't. I don't know where it's meant to go.
Ready? Here we go.
This, I'd just like to remind you guys, we are still technically on a gig. Like, I know, like, everyone loves
great content,
but there are people watching 4 grown adults trying to spin pens around their thumb.
We are all professionals.
Well, we've all been through a lot recently. Any content is good content.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, Steve.
Steve,
the secret is that the pen must not be stationary at any time.
He's done a pun. He's done a pun.
He's done a pun. We've got a banner for that somewhere.
Oh yeah, we have got a banner for that.
Let me find that banner.
Wait, I was ready for the other banner. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
is it stationary with an E or stationary with an A?
Well, if it's the stuff from a shop, it's with an E. But if you're doing it as in it should be still, it's an A, isn't it? But for the purpose of a pun, I would say you use the one that you're implying that it is. So the A is correct, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if that's impressive. Just admin. Well, okay. Well, over to Team Colin. We're not doing the same thing. Me and Simon. Simon, what are you doing?
Well, what I am going to do is I've got some tennis balls here.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to swallow 3 tennis. I'm not going to swallow. I'm just going to juggle. It's pretty meat and 2 veg.
Here we go.
I'm going to go over there to do it to add a bit of sort of a dynamism to this.
I'm going to make Simon bigger for this. We can all still talk, but if we do that, there we go.
Oh wow!
Look at this. Look at that. You can see my whole bedroom.
Lovely.
So if I was at a party, this would be the bit where I guess everyone would decide they immediately want to have sex with me. Here we go. Oh, who's that guy over there? Why are you all leaving? Why is everyone leaving, you guys? No, doesn't anyone want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons? Oh. I've got tricks. Come on.
Here we go.
I brought the good booze. I've left it in the kitchen.
Oh, look at over. He's doing overarm.
It's all happening, you guys. There's just wow, and that is why I didn't have sex as a teenager.
Look, there's lots of time to catch up now that you've learned to juggle.
Yeah.
So when I was sort of 13 or 14, I'm in a wheelchair. In case nobody knew that, the therapist that I was seeing was trying to explain cerebral palsy to me, and she said like the most important thing to remember is like it's very difficult for you to do 2 different things with 2 different hands, so you'll never be able to juggle. And so from that moment on, I spent probably an hour a day learning to juggle instead of learning how to walk. I think it was a good decision.
And now you're in a wheelchair.
And I can juggle. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Who says the NHS doesn't work?
Shoot for the stars.
Very good. Well, I thought that was impressive.
Thank you for being the first person to, Colin.
Yeah, I know. I've got to, and you're on my team. Like, if any of the public think it was impressive, do let us know in the comments.
Please.
I'll give you a choice of my impressive thing. Love a juggler. Love a juggler.
That feels offensive in some way. I don't know why.
How was the clown killed? He was hitting the juggler.
Oh boy.
Right. I'll give you a choice. I can do a trick with a pen that I've just thought of because I've got a pen, or I can show you some weird fingers.
Absolutely the pen.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't think you should be fingering anyone at 7.
Keep it clean.
I'll do both. Right, first of all, I'm going to put this pen, normal pen, I'm going to put this pen in my ear.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's going to go right in my ear. Hang on a second. I'm just going to... Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Colin.
Yeah.
Pen in his ear.
It's almost...
What? How does he do it?
Don't know. I can do it in my eye.
What?
No, I actually did it in my eye. That's fine. Yeah.
Good. Welcome to our new show. Predominantly, we hurt ourselves for people's amusement. My second choice skill was just to bend my thumb back until it touches there. That's a party trick. That's what we've got. Anyway, they're not
parties are different since COVID, aren't they?
Yeah. Any party trick is just being able to be in the same room as someone.
My party trick's just crying in that chair behind me. Just there.
It's a nice chair.
Thank you.
If you thought any of that was impressive and not just dicking around, do let us know. And say which team you're up for. Is it Team Colin or Team Adele? And should we have round 3 whilst that's happening?
Yes, please. Let's have round 3. Round number 3. This is a challenge for me and Colin. What we have done is we've challenged each other, and we will do every week, to do something impressive outdoors that will impress people. So this week, we've asked each other to impress each other with our stealth. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a team game of hide and seek. It's very simple. At the beginning of each round of hide and seek, me and Colin will put a picture up on screen, and then the other team will have to guess where they think me or Colin is hiding. And if they're correct, they get a point.
Oh, this is great. This is like the Krypton factor. Little reference to the kids.
So we're gonna start with Adele as hidden somewhere in this picture, Simon, and we've got to work out. And I don't know.
I'm so excited for how bad I'm going to be at this.
Now,
you ready?
Here we go. This is the now. There,
oh,
right.
Fuck off!
So
I knew I should have done this on a screen and not on my tiny phone.
Oh yeah, that's real help for me.
Absolutely. Right. Is she somewhere near a leaf?
Yeah. So you are in that photo, Adele, somewhere.
I'm in the photo. Yes.
All right.
Are you laying down under the bracken like a sort of like a sniper?
In the centre somewhere.
Yeah, and the twigs.
Okay, that's Simon's guess. Colin, do you agree, or would you like to guess somewhere else?
Well, I'm going to give another option, and then I'll give another option, and me and Simon can choose. I'm going to say the tree on our left looks quite hideable. What do you reckon, Simon? Tree on our left.
Yeah, she could get behind that.
What should we go for?
The barky one, not the one near the front. Yeah,
the sort of more dark twiggy tree. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I just ask? Are you actually visible in this picture, or
you can't see me, but I'm in this picture. This picture is a freeze frame before I'm about to reveal myself.
So are you going to sort of spring out from somewhere, or is it going to turn out that you've very impressively painted your face covered in leaves and you were there all along?
I'm going to spring out from somewhere. It's going to be incredible.
Okay.
Simon, I'm going to go with you. I reckon she's in the middle somewhere in the bracken. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Right, guys, here's the reveal. Right. We can't talk over these videos, so we'll just have to react after they've played. Ready?
Right, here we. I'll press play. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh!
Absolutely nailed it.
She was in the tree.
Of course, she was in the bloody tree.
In the tree all along. I was in that tree. Impressive stuff, right?
That was impressive. That was very impressive.
I think Colin should definitely get the points for that one.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay.
Well, as a team, Colin went with your guess. So anyway, but good work, Colin, on guessing where I was. We had some good guess. We had wearing leaves. Would have been great. Now that's a good idea for next time. Behind the bush. That's
behind the barky tree. Yeah, you were behind the barky tree.
Behind a tree, which is behind a tree, Rob, is pretty specific in a picture of at least 5 trees.
All right. Well, okay. So we were both in parks by the looks of it. So here's my first one. Here's a picture of my first hiding place for Aaron and a team Adele. Here we are. Where am I there?
Oh,
Cornwall. Are you in Cornwall?
well, very vague. In the photo, I'm thinking, Adele.
Okay.
I mean, I think you're behind the tree that looks like what I hope is not supposed to be a cartoon penis. Is that?
Yeah, if it is a cartoon penis, they've got something slightly Wart-esque going on. Not good, anyway.
I mean, if you were smart, what you would have done is use perspective, and that could have been your actual penis, just closer to the camera.
Who's saying it's not?
I'm going to pan round to find Colin.
Yeah. He just walks into frame like a sort of Gulliver. Would be incredible.
I think that's a good guess. Or is that a distraction? Is he maybe behind one of the far trees?
Interesting. What are you going to go for?
What do you think?
I still think it's behind the tree cock, but you're team captain, so you make you make the final decision.
I'll tell you what, that was a great show in the 1980s, wasn't it? Behind the Tree Cock.
It was lovely. I think I'm going to go with Behind the Tree Cock. I like that show too, and I think.
All right, yeah, it was good, and it was before they had all the trouble with the BBC, wasn't it? Okay, well, let's have a look. Okay,
we got a couple of guesses from people. Oh,
yeah, go on. What are we saying?
Not the fallen down one. That's sort of a guess. Ian thinks you will rise from the bushes, and Tom thinks you're in the pub.
Well, I
wish I was.
All right, look, we can't talk over the reveal, so here's the reveal. Here we go. I'm behind this tree.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was behind that tree. I was behind that tree.
Behind that tree. Yeah. That's it's good work. It's sort of 0-0 because we both nearly guessed right and then got our guesses. So tension is mounting. Let's
move swiftly on then to Adele's second one, which is this.
Second one.
There we are.
Where am I hiding?
Oh, boy.
Right. Oh, look at there's a cow in that photo.
Please be inside the cow. Please climb out of the cow's mouth like Jim Carrey when nature calls.
Bear Grylls after he's had to sleep in a carcass, you know.
Yeah.
I am vegan, so probably not gonna make the cow into a carcass, but maybe I'm just going to throw you off by saying that.
I'd like it if you were in the van. Maybe if that van just kind of drives into the foreground, then you hop out of the driver's seat. That'd be good. But I think the safe answer seems to be just saying behind a tree, doesn't it, at this point?
I want it to be behind the cow.
Yeah, I would actually like to go for behind the cow, please.
Oh, we're going to go for behind
the cow. Behind the cow. A lot of people are in the cow. Cow
suit. Cow suit. Love it.
Oh, actually, Tom thinks I'm going to parachute in as well, which is a great.
That would be strong.
Great guess.
This round of stealth. Let's see where Adele was.
Hey! Behind the cow.
Was that the bloody cow? Unbelievable.
Was that a real cow, Adele?
It was a real cow. So I was quite far away because perspective, but also annoyingly there was a lot of other cows that I thought would be a good distraction, but they were the only one that was lying down was the cow I hid behind, and I thought, well, it will be too obvious if it's a picture of all cows and one that's lying down. So I then went for trees, but it was still obvious.
No, it was very good. I enjoyed that. Well, we got it. All right, good. Here we are, Team Adele.
Got one.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to catch up.
Okay, Team Adele. Where am I? Yeah, at this road crossing. Where am I there?
Oh.
I think there's not many cars on this road, and despite the fact that clearly it is a green light, this car appears to be stationary. So I think you might be in the red car.
Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
I'm tempted. We've all said behind the tree at some point and not gone for it. I'm tempted to say behind the tree. I think you might actually be in the tree.
In the tree?
Yeah, and is about to jump out of it.
Well,
that would be so impressive.
I'd be more impressed with that. But no, yes, maybe I did, but I didn't.
Okay, so that's ruled that out. Thanks.
Or is he trying to throw us off, and is he in the smart car at the back? That's what he is. Wait, Rob says
underneath the front axle of the red car.
Rob, don't get involved.
Rob, know which car is Colin's car, because that would be
Tofield. Rob Tofield is banned from this show. Go away.
Colin, we think you're in your car.
Oh, yeah. See, Rob has helped you out there. Okay, well, maybe I am. Let's find out. That was in my car.
I love the exciting reveal music. Lovely work. You were in your car. Thanks, Rob. That's half a point to you at least.
That was a great bit of video as well. It looked like something from Crime Watch, where it was like, this man drove away from a petrol station without paying. Yeah. If you recognise him,
this 4 pixels, please call Crime Stoppers on this number.
I'd love it in Crime Stoppers if they did find the baddie and it went, we found him. We found the murderer. All right. Last one from Adele. Third one from Adele. Which one would you like to choose? Adele?
Oh, I don't know. I like both of these. If it's the last one, oh, sorry, go for number 4.
Number 4. Okay, here we go. Where is Adele here? She is somewhere.
Oh, God.
Now, Simon.
Gotta be in a bin. Come on.
Yeah,
if you're not in a
it's gotta
bin,
be in
what
a
are you
bin.
playing at?
But
there are
which
2
one?
bins.
Which one?
Oh.
2 bins there.
I don't want to help too much, but your car is looking very white there, Adele.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
I know how much you love your Skoda Fabia with its number plate.
It
has not been blurred out.
No vehicle is Fabia than the Skoda.
Now, if that is actually Adele's car, then why would it not be parked in the driveway opposite where the furthest green bin is located?
Yeah.
I feel that green bin might be a red herring.
Oh, behind the green bin. We've got some guesses. People are liking the idea of bins. Robbie's behind the green bin.
Okay.
Carol wants clarification on which bin.
Which bin? Yeah.
I'm also willing to throw out the idea of the Fabia boot flying open and someone being revealed in there.
Well, are we going to go for this front bin, so the closest bin to us, or the Fabia boot? So,
Colin, I feel like I let you down the first time, so I'm willing to take your lead as team leader on this one. But let me just say this: don't fuck this up.
Well, I think it's going to be the bin closest to us. Yeah. Right.
Simon's getting very relaxed about this round.
Let's go. Let's find out where she was. Here we go.
Got a saw.
I was right. I was right.
I was in the bin. I was in the front bin. Jonathan got it.
All right. Very good. One last one then from me, from Team Colin. I'm going to show you a picture now of 3 garages. I am in one garage, but there is a clue somewhere that tells you which garage I'm in.
Okay.
All right? Yeah. So I'm in one of those garages, and you've got to tell me, let's go from left or right. From left, garage 1, garage 2, or garage 3.
And there's a clue in this photo.
There is a clue.
Hey, Colin, what number garage would you say is your favourite garage number?
Number 4.
Number 4? No. Okay, that's no help. What might be a clue?
What's your favourite number between 19 and 22?
Can't tell you any of that.
Hold up. I just want to check it's not a clue under there. Oh, no, that appears to be rubbish on the floor.
Although I'll tell you, the clue is down there, Adele.
The clue is
somewhere
down there.
On the floor, yeah.
Oh, somewhere on the floor. I don't know.
I think there might be a footprint, and I think the one on the right, near the bit of rubbish, has a couple of footprints leading into it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to go with you on that. I can't see much of anything
You're
to
going to go with the one
idea.
on the right. Okay. Well, the idea that I was going to open the garage door and then burst out, it didn't quite end up like that, and I had to be rescued. So, because I couldn't get out.
I just want you to come out on the balcony fully naked.
With my tree penis.
I'd like this whole thing to be a ruse.
Here we go. I will show you which garage I was in. Was it the one on the right?
Coming.
Here I am.
He's in this one.
Yeah.
Excellent assistance.
Now
oh my goodness,
clue,
it's like the beginning of an episode of Casualty.
And the clue, if you look at just in front of that garage door on the left, there's a tiny red bit of Lego.
Oh my god! Do you think our screens are? I was looking for something larger than that. Although I would say, if we want to see someone slightly fucking up a reveal, you could look at my third one, where I definitely. We can just watch the video where I definitely fall out a tree.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's watch that. So there's Adele's third. Here
Yes,
we go. Let's
please.
watch Adele.
Because I don't do it as neatly.
It's the kind of sacrifices you want for
almost.
So how did you sprain your ankle?
Oh no, it's fine. Although the noise in the background of someone just going "ha" was my dad, who was standing with a camera.
Oh well, look, listen, that was very fun. I don't know who was the most impressive at being stealthy. Do let us know. Have we got any comments that help with that? So let's have a look.
I mean, I think you won. I think it was 2-1 to you.
Oh,
So
2-1, but also we're still trying to draw in people to our teams just by impressing them as well. So
that's true. I enjoyed the cow a great deal. If we're being honest, and I liked that the difficulty level increased as we went through. You know,
it's very good. Okay, so we're going to go for round 4 now, and I think Adele's going to do some jiggery pokery with.
I am. Are you going first in this round, Colin?
I say what now?
Are you going to go first in round 4?
We'll go with a first in this round. So here we are. Here's round 4, coming up just after this.
Ooh.
There we go. We've all moved round. Round 4 is Impress Me With Your Friends. Now, as you know, me and Adele both have 2 brilliant guests on here. And this is where they are going to take the limelight and impress us with a little bit of wonderful comedy and stand-up for a few minutes. So I think I'm starting with Team Colin here. Simon, are you ready to impress us?
Oh, man. Did you not see the tennis ball thing earlier?
Yeah. I mean, also, I'm hoping I'm ready to impress you by having put us in the right order that when I click on the change of format, Simon is this, but I haven't, even though I definitely put him in first.
God, fucked it. Absolutely fucked it.
Teasing. Take us all out again. Take us all out again.
Hold that thought, guys. Hold that thought.
Technology.
Yeah.
See, look, it just doesn't want Simon to be biggest. I put him in first. He didn't want to be biggest. Right.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. If we do this, we can just watch Simon Big, can't we? And we can still.
Yeah.
So there we are. Simon, the stage is yours. We are here as your audience, as are the people watching.
Right.
Off you go.
And you're just an audience that I can't see. So most of my gigs. Love it. Thanks very much, Colin, for having me and Adele on this this show. You might not be able to tell from my immediate background, or if you're my parents or immediate family, but I live in Amsterdam now, which is very exciting. And you know, I talk to people back in London where I lived before, and you sort of say to people, you know, I work in Amsterdam at night, and they're like, do you get your own red light? And I'm like, no, I do comedy, which is like sex work in the sense that in order to avoid embarrassment, my parents tell people I'm an actor. So as I'm sure most of you, the other 3 people who I'm apparently are still here. I mean, they could literally have just gone off the stream now. And it's just the witterings of a mad person. They're just like, we'll just leave it, see how long it goes. Classic YouTube pranking. But obviously doing comedy means you work at night a lot, which is you know, fine, but it's very interesting being in a new city and doing that, where you know, you don't know as many people or know as much stuff. So I've done sort of quite a lot of solo daytime adventuring, which I don't mind a lot of the time. It can be a lot of fun. You know, I've been exploring, and you know, I go to the cinema or museums. That's cool. And I once went ice skating on my own. Awful idea. Nothing sadder. So depressing. It was just sort of surrounded by families laughing and couples embracing, and then there's just me looking like I've stood up on a Groupon date. Awful business. I don't know if you've ever seen a grown man trundling around an ice rink pushing one of those little penguins. It's not a great look. And I can skate. I just wanted anyone to hold my hand at that point. Bleak, very bleak. 1 star TripAdvisor. That's what I'd give that. So the sort of quarantine situation here is a little bit different to in the UK. So there's like been a little bit of stuff opening up and things are getting slightly back to normal. So I have been doing some comedy shows recently. And since quarantine ended, it's like every gig is like your first job out of prison. You know, I'm like, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm not going back. I'm not going. I would rather die than go back. I've seen things. My mind has been places. My dick hurts. Enough is enough. So men and women are different, aren't they? It's been interesting. Quarantine's been interesting. I don't know how it's been for you guys. Quarantine, it's been a challenging time, I would say, and an interesting time for new challenges. And one of my favourite challenges as an out of work comedian was a fun little challenge that I like to call "Don't Become an Alcoholic." It's so fun. Anyone can do it. It's really just liberating. I've been trying not to drink every day. That feels like an achievable goal. You know what they say? Every journey starts with a single malt whiskey. But when I have been drinking on those other days, I've been trying to justify it, you know, like, so I'll sort of say stuff like, well, in France they always drink with dinner, you know, in Spain they drink with lunch, you know, in Russia they drink with depression, so, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Lots of time to think in quarantine as well, for better or for worse. I don't know if you've had any of these sort of thoughts. I sort of been thinking about the drinking a bit, and I sort of wonder like what life would be like if I'd never touched a drop of alcohol. Don't know if you've ever wondered this. You know, sometimes you sort of get to those forks in the road and you just think, I wonder if things would have turned out differently without the social lubricant of booze. Like, I think I'd still never have tried stand up. You know, I'd still be a virgin. You know, I'd still be allowed to drive. Just little things, you know, just like, you know, I don't know which way to go. Not across the roundabout. And I actually tried having a few months off the old sauce last year, and I found it tough. I think mainly socially is where you feel the real challenge. But I learned an important lesson, which is this, that in order to have a fun night out, you don't necessarily need me there. So it's been an interesting experience. Unrelated to lockdown, I've had some thoughts about pornography. So I just got to close a couple of browser tabs quickly. It's an interesting time for porn, isn't it? It's interesting for me because I remember a time before internet pornography, and so suddenly it's like I feel like I'm involved in a generational divide. Like, there are adults alive today that think the only place you can find porn is on the internet and would never think to look in a hedge or a railway siding or my friend Darren's dad's shed. You know, it's just like, just got to broaden your parameters. I mean, similarly, generationally, you know, it goes both ways. Like, on the other hand, my dad doesn't understand when I laugh because he refers to an Uber as a fake taxi. So that's a niche one. That's a niche one for some of the pornographer connoisseurs. I mean, it's different. It used to be different. It's different for all generations, isn't it? You know, like, if my granddad wanted to masturbate, he'd have to look at the painting on the side of his Spitfire. Which does go some way to explaining the reason he was kicked out of the Air Force, being dishonorable discharge. I think I'll leave it there, just sort of hanging in the air, which is what he did.
Yay! Thank you, Simon.
That was very good. Very good.
Lovely. lovely thoughts about discharges and bodily fluid and all sorts.
Apologies. Yeah, it started so clean and family friendly, didn't it? And then I just had to end it with the jizz stuff.
Yeah, as most things do. Okay. Right. Well, that was very good.
We're on the internet. It's going to end in jizz.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, if you've been impressed, do try and donate to the show before you jizz on your keyboard.
Oh yes, please.
Please do that. Colin seems shocked that I would say that, but I don't know why he is, because he knows me and he's done loads of online shows with me, and I keep saying shit like that. So, right.
I'm slightly hung up on that. No one knows how to pronounce the name of the website that is clearly coffee, because it's about buying someone a coffee. Yeah, everyone wants it to rhyme with Kofi Annan. I don't know.
It's okay. And there's another website called buymeacoffee.com.
Yeah.
So
don't get me wrong. The amount of places you can buy people coffee is confusing.
It is confusing. It's very confusing.
Please give us money. Please give us all your money.
Oh, we've lost Adele for a second. She's back again.
Oh, back. Hello.
There we go. Okay, so let's go over to Team Adele, actually. And Aaron, are you going to impress us with a bit of stand-up? Is that good?
I mean, I hope so. It was my job before all this nonsense started. Remember when we all had jobs? Wasn't that fun? Before I start, Simon, Fake Taxi, actually filmed a scene. Not that I watch it exclusively, but they filmed a scene 3 minutes away from my flat. And weirdly, I think my car is in that scene, just going the opposite direction.
That is incredible.
It's the most.
And what a great reason to be caught watching it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If you pause it just now, that's me. And that's my car in the background. Yeah, just above his testicle.
Yeah, below, but it's fine. I wanted to. When Adele asked me to do the show and said, "Oh, you get to do a bit of stand up in it," I was thinking about what I could do and all that stuff. And I wanted to try something a little bit new, because I've never been very good at being topical, because anytime you write a topical joke, it is no longer funny. And that sort of really annoys me. And I figured now that the world has stopped for 6 months, I'd be able to write a joke that's really topical. So here's my attempt at topical humor. Do you remember the 2012 Paralympic Games, eh? Oh, that was mad. Oh, remember when you could go outside? Oh, what fun times we all had. Anyway, I love the Paralympics in the old London. It was my favourite time that I've ever been, right? And me and my brother, we got loads of tickets to go see absolutely everything. We got to see 12 different events over 2 weeks. But the thing we were most looking forward to, the reason why we got so many tickets is important to know. There was a lot of wheelchair plus carer tickets. That's why we were able to see so many things, right? And but the event that we were most looking forward to is goalball. Now, if you don't know what goalball is, let me explain. Goalball is the best sport in the world, bar none. I can prove it, right? I can improve it with 3 sentences. Okay, sentence number 1: imagine dodgeball. Okay, but with blind people. But the objective of the sport is to get hit by the balls. Greatest sport ever, right? Just blind people trying to hit themselves with rubber balls. It's amazing, right? It's the most fun you can have, right? And we were so excited to go see this goalball, right? And it was the last thing we got tickets for. It was the final, right? So we weren't going to go see any blind people get hit by rubber balls. We were going to go see the creme de la creme of blind people getting hit by rubber balls. We were so excited. But it was Friday afternoon. The event was. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. On the Thursday night, I was incredibly ill. I got the flu, and I remember I was sat on the couch. I was really ill, and left my brother with a difficult decision to make, because it was quite clear that I was not going to be able to make the event. So my brother was trying to figure out ways that he could still go, whether or not he could go by himself and say, look, my brother's ill. Is there any way we could sort of, like, I've got this ticket. Can I still go and watch it? But it was unlikely that that was going to be successful because you can't really have the carer ticket without the wheelchair user. So my brother very selflessly gave his ticket away to my dad. He then took my ticket and my wheelchair. And my brother is a very moral person most of the time, but when it comes to watching blind people get hit by rubber balls, he's got no morality whatsoever, right? Give me those rubber ball hitting bastards. So I remember that Friday morning, right? I was on the couch freezing. I was under a blanket shivering. And I remember my brother was remarkably calm about the whole situation, considering he was about to commit fraud. But my dad was like so nervous. He was like, okay, we've just got to be as inconspicuous as possible. We're not going to draw attention to ourselves. We know what we're doing. We're going to go in. We're going to be super quiet. We're going to get in. We're going to watch the game and we're going to leave immediately. And no one's going to be any the wiser, right? And that was a fair thing to assume because me and my brother had gone to loads of the events. So they knew exactly what they had to do. And the way it worked when it came to the London 2012 Paralympic Games was when you came out of Stratford Station, there would be this huge queue of people trying to get into the copper box or the velodrome or whatever they were trying to get into. And then you as the wheelchair user and carer would just go round the queue. And so my brother knew this, so he was very confident and everything went swimmingly up to Stratford Station, right? They were absolutely able to do that. No problem, no question, right? And then that's where the story starts. When they got to Stratford Station, that's when the story starts to go downhill, metaphorically and literally, which was the bigger problem that my brother had, because he lost control of my wheelchair and fell out in front of 100 people queuing to get into the copper box. Now, my brother's so he falls out of the chair, right? 100 people come rushing over and go, oh my God, are you okay? Try to help him out. My brother's initial response to that is to jump up as actively as possible and go, no, I'm absolutely fine, because I don't think my brother knows what inconspicuous means, and tells him to go back into the queue. My dad sees this and he then goes running up to my brother. He then smacks him around the head, says, what the fuck are you doing? Get back in the wheelchair right now. That is fine for you guys to know. You guys know my brother is able-bodied, and you know the reason why my dad is telling him to get back in the wheelchair is because he's worried that his cover is going to be blown. But to the people in the queue, they've just seen a middle-aged man come running up to his disabled son, hit him, because he's had the audacity to create a miracle, but the miracle is an inconvenient time for him because he wants to go see blind people get hit by rubber balls. Unbelievable. That is my favorite thing about, and that's the reason why I love the Paralympic Games.
Yay, Paralympics!
Yay. Very good.
And quick thing, that Paralympics was when I first got to watch powerlifting for the first time, and I looked at it and went, that looks easy, and it turns out it is. Well, just forgot about that.
Yay, thank you, Aaron.
I don't like to mention it.
No, not at all. It barely ever comes up in conversation or even in this show. I can't even remember what you were talking about. Great.
It was me being a world champion powerlifter.
Oh, no way. You're a world champion powerlifter. Oh, God, that's so impressive. We should talk about that at some point. Cool. Well, I think we can all agree that we both have very impressive friends.
Very impressive friends.
Very nice.
Brilliant, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. Because it's our first one, it's our first show doing this, we weren't sure about timings and stuff. We've got a few more rounds we'd like to do. Are you able to stay on past the hour and entertain us a bit more? Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
When this cigarette burns out, your time is up.
Okay.
All right, well, we're going to go quickly and have a little short round, and that round is round 5.
Hello, welcome to round 5. Round 5 is a very quick round. We're just going to try and impress each other with a fact. Just a fact. Preferably a fact that is true. Just a fact. Anyone want to do their fact first?
Sure. You know the original tone for a text message on the old beep, 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 that is SMS in Morse code.
Oh, what an impressive fact.
That is a good fact, actually.
Very impressive.
That's a strong fact. Team Colin, would you like to counter that fact with a fact?
Well, I will. This wasn't my fact, but do you know about the theme tune to Some Mothers Do Have 'Em? Do you know that sitcom from the 80s?
Yeah,
I'm aware of it, but I wouldn't say.
He's done a poo-poo in me belly.
The fact is, Simon can do an impression of him. No, the fact is, but that theme tune is Morse code by a piccolo for the word "Some mothers do have 'em." The piccolo goes do 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 do, and that's Morse code for "Some mothers do have 'em."
Crazy. I don't know if I even believe that fact.
It's true. It's true.
Like my fact, then.
That would make sense if it was Dad's Army.
Yeah.
No, some mothers do have them. But that wasn't my fact. But that will be my fact for now. So yeah, that's my fact.
Okay.
Good fact,
well, I've got a fact. My fact, it's a simple fact. It's a fun fact. Wombat poo is cubed. It is. It's cube shaped.
I need a picture of that immediately.
Oh, I don't actually have one to hand, but I promise it's properly cubed, like slightly rounded edges, so they don't wound themselves. But it's cubed. You could use it as like dye, or to make a Rubik's cube or something.
But all the sides would be brown. That wouldn't really work.
It's not the best.
So many follow-up questions.
Yeah, solved it. Well, what would you like to know about why I know that wombat poo is cubed?
I just want to know how that's possible.
I also want to know that, and I don't.
Now I have to find a wombat and cut it in half. Great.
What would be like?
I don't even think they're indigenous.
This weekend.
I've got to steal a wombat from a Dutch zoo. That is a nightmare.
Yeah. How many wombats do they have in Dutch zoos? Is it a higher or lower percentage, would you say, than UK zoos?
I guess I'm going to find out tomorrow.
Okay, great. Well, yeah.
Mark Rutter on the phone. I don't think he's got much on his plate right now. Yeah, get me a wombat.
Oh, great. Yeah, send us photos of its digestive tract and we'll all learn something.
Please.
Simon, what's your fact? Unless the fact is that you're planning to steal a wombat, and you will prove that tomorrow when we read articles.
It would be a great fact, but a bad act of criminality. I've got 2 Dutch-based facts for you. I thought I'd, rep the local area, as they call it. It's a country. It's a whole country. Got a couple for you. Got one, which is the Dutch are the largest consumers of licorice in the world. Okay. Follow-up fact, unrelated. The Dutch have the lowest incidence of lactose intolerance. They love a bit of cheese. They bloody love a bit of cheese.
Cheese and licorice on toast. Famous meal.
Yeah, that's actually a Dutch delicacy.
It sounds great. It sounds lovely.
Yeah, 2 quite food-based facts there for you about the Netherlands, but that's what's happened.
That's lovely fact.
I don't know if all 4 of you know that I'm actually a below-the-knee amputee. I know 2 of you know that. Maybe I don't know if Aaron knew that I was a below-knee amputee. But since losing my leg, I'm also allergic to milk because I'm lactose intolerant.
Colin, if you're lactose intolerant, does that mean you do it yourself?
Yeah.
We did so well. We got through an hour. We got through an hour before that. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up unless you brought it up, Colin. But what I've sort of done here is I've gone, Colin's a below-knee amputee. Yeah. I raise you a wheelchair user.
Yeah.
You say, what's up, Trumps? This guy wins. You don't even have a blue badge. In your face, mate.
Well, they're all impressive facts.
Wow.
But that was
Jennifer says Stroop waffles. Do they contain both milk and licorice? That sounds like a gross combination.
Actually, Stroop waffles are delicious. They are two like little sort of waffly biscuity things in the middle. It's like toffee caramel.
Yeah, I've seen them. They look tempting.
Really good.
Very tempting.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian says I got the best response for my fact based on the look on your feces.
Look, press the button. The pun
Where's
button.
that button gone? Hang on. Where's that button gone? There we go.
I
love it.
Right, that was a nice little short one. And now I'm very much looking forward to this round because Adele has to talk. It's round 6. Round 6 is this. We can sit back and relax, gentlemen, a little bit because I've challenged Adele to impress us and impress Team Colin with her knowledge about a ridiculous subject. This is pre-planned a little bit. I've not just thrown it at it to Adele right now, but impress me with your knowledge of. And I thought I would go slightly ridiculous. So in the week, I sent Adele a message saying, impress me with your knowledge of penny farthings.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I'm going to try and be impressive about that. I'm small again. Right.
It's almost like the software likes Colin the best and will only put him in a big box.
Yeah. Well, everyone likes Colin. I understand why. Everyone enjoy this picture of a woman on a penny farthing whilst I try and solve this problem.
There for a little.
Yay!
Oh, unbelievable scenes.
Right, it's almost like I slightly know what I'm doing.
Penny farthings.
Welcome to my lecture on penny farthings. I've not prepped a huge amount, but what I have prepped is 4 facts that I definitely haven't looked up, so could be wrong.
Right.
So penny farthings originated like ages ago, too far back, nobody cares, but you know, they've been around for a while, and it's so far back that people don't quite know how the first penny farthing came to be. So there's 2 prevailing theories on penny farthings. The first theory is that a penny farthing is what happens when a bicycle tries to reproduce asexually, and it just went a bit wrong. It couldn't quite break off, and you get one massive wheel. And the second theory is that a penny farthing is what happens when a unicycle and a tricycle have sex. But we've not confirmed either theory yet. But as I'm sure you can see, this woman on the penny farthing is having so much fun that she doesn't really care. I don't know which side she's on. She's on that side. There she is. She doesn't really care which way it happened. But those are the 2 prevailing theories. Penny farthings, famously used for transport by Charles Darwin and Margaret Thatcher and all of the animals of farthing wood. Every single one of them rides a penny farthing. And yeah, it's very hard to control. Have any of you guys been on a penny farthing?
I wish.
Wheelchair user.
Yeah.
I can't ride a normal bike when I stabilise and brake.
Well, I have been on a penny farthing. Sadly, I couldn't find the video of me on a penny farthing, which I promise exists and is really impressive. It was a bigger penny farthing than the one in this picture, so it was way too big. I could barely reach the pedals. But I can say they're very hard to ride because, number one, there's no gears. So basically, you're turning it just the size of the massive wheels. You've got to have leg muscles that I truly don't have. And secondly, it's quite hard to steer because the wheel's huge and underneath you. It's also quite hard to control it because you've got to ignore and phase out all the mockery of people watching ride the penny farthing. But yeah, that's most of my knowledge of penny farthings. I would also say I live in Cambridge, and that's where most penny farthings live. There you go.
There we are.
I bet there's a barista in Cambridge who rides a penny farthing to work.
Absolutely.
I did, when I realised I couldn't find that video of me on the penny farthing, I did think yesterday, I'm in Cambridge, maybe someone has a penny farthing and I could try and find it. And then I thought that's probably a bit too hard. But maybe for a future show, I'll try and find a penny farthing and ride it to prove that I can. Because I can. And
yes, please.
Yeah, I'll try my best. At the time I rode it, I was working on a television show where the main character rode a penny farthing, and so they brought one to the set, and the only 2 people who could ride it were me and the stuntman. That's my impressive fact about penny farthing.
Probably impressive.
That's the Duchess of Cambridge's mum. I assume on the penny farthing. I'm not that old. I don't have any children.
No, that's Adele Cliff. But that's not. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Adele,
that's my knowledge of penny farthings.
it was impressive. It was impressive, and because it was about penny farthings, I thought it was really good.
Oh, I did recycle some material there.
Oh, look at Mr. Wheelchair here. There we go.
Oh, lovely. That was a wheelie, guys. That was a wheelie. That's a visual point. Surely that's a point for our team.
Possibly. Let us know. Was that a pun? I don't know. Not sure.
Was that a puncture?
Oh.
Weirdly, I have incredibly flat tires at the minute, so yes.
Oh, we know everything. It's very psychic. So yeah, that's my knowledge of penny farthings. And we're moving on. That's all right. Going to move into round 7 very swiftly.
And what we're learning also here is not just about penny farthings, but we put too much into this show, Adele. You have to
timekeeping.
Yeah, look, when we were planning it, we thought 8 rounds would definitely be less than an hour, and it turns out 8 is a high number. It's
80,
like a lot.
Is it? It's 80 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, most
80.
people don't have 8 children. They have a lot less than that because that's a lot of things. Anyway, so this is we have asked people to send us in things they'd like to hear a story about, and I'm just trying to find the one that we want to use.
I've got it here. I've got
Oh,
it
you
here.
got it? So yeah, we'd love to impress you with a story about a road trip. So it's going to be a quick one. Basically, the 3 of you, I'm going to ask you who do you think's been on the best road trip. So number 1 question is, where did you go? Colin, where's the best road trip you've ever been on?
Oh, well, I had a road trip from the middle of Romania to Budapest, and it took 14 hours.
Ooh.
And it shouldn't have taken 14 hours, but I had a bad tummy. And we left Romania pretty fine, just had breakfast. Something was bad about my breakfast, and so we had to stop, not exaggerating, about every half an hour so I could shit my pants. And there was a garage in, as we crossed the border to get into Hungary, there was a garage. I don't speak Hungarian or Romanian.
Were you hungry by the time you got there, though? Because you had been.
Hello. Very nice. I went into this garage and petrol station, and I said, in my best Hungarian, I need your toilet. I need to use your toilet really quickly. She was like, whatever. And I said, so I went to the loo. The loo was over flooding. It was awful. So then I noticed there was a disabled toilet. And because I'm disabled, I thought I can legitimately use this toilet.
Yeah.
So I said to her, can I have the key? Can I have the key? She was like, no. I said, please, you will regret it if I don't have the key. So she gave me the key. I opened the door to the disabled loo, and they were using it as a stock cupboard for the chocolate bars.
Oh.
Didn't stop me. Did not stop me. So I don't want to know what happened to those chocolate bars, but I had a poop just beside them in the loo. Yeah.
Were you tempted to pick one up on the way out and, replace some lost nutrients?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was my worst and bad road trip, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Simon, have you been on a good or bad road trip that can match that level of intensity?
I've and I'm quite happy to say this, I've never shit myself.
Well done.
Oh, thanks for having me, you guys. See you next time.
Simon Field, everyone. Simon Field.
I went on a nice road trip to South Holland recently, actually. It was technically a train trip there, but it was a road trip back. But it was a very beautiful scenery, lots of water and windmills, and almost zero soilage. So I don't count that as a win.
That's a big win. Aaron, any good road trips that you've been on?
So I have a couple of questions about Colin's road trip.
Oh, go ahead.
You stopped every half an hour to shit yourself. Surely you stopped every half an hour to avoid shitting yourself. Can we just...
Well, yeah, it was. I was on a knife edge, Aaron.
Yeah,
I was on a.
yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Because if you're just going to shit yourself, you might as well just carry on going and be like, well,
do it in the car.
As someone who's gluten intolerant.
Put a towel under you.
Yeah.
I was in a car with 4 other people, and
that's
I wanted to speak to them and be able to look them in the face afterwards, so I just had to.
And have you spoken to them since?
Oh yeah, it's all fine.
But,
in fairness, doing a shit in a room full of chocolate bars does sound like the beginning of a sitcom, or like a fun quiz.
Yeah, Twiglets. Yeah.
Follow-up questions. Yeah.
Terrible.
But no, I've not had any fun road trips.
No fun road trips. I suppose I've got one that I could use as a counter to Colin's, which is I would have done this year were it not for some sort of virus going around. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I tend to drive to the Edinburgh Fringe every year because I normally take one or two other friends and we all go up together, and it's cheaper than the train and you can take props and stuff like that. So a few years ago, I drove up to the Edinburgh Fringe and then I drove back, and I was the only one in the car on the way back, and I was driving all the way from Edinburgh to Cambridge. And for some reason, I managed to mistime the trip so that I got to the point where I was like, I should stop at services and maybe have a drink and go to the toilet and stuff like that. And then there was loads of roadworks and everything was shut. So the conclusion to the story is I drove for 7.5 hours and didn't have a piss.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And then I got home.
Service station roulette.
Yeah.
It's the classic game. No, we'll make the next one. We'll do the next one. We'll do the next one.
Have an M&S. This one doesn't have an M&S.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, fuck, it's got a wimpy. It's the one with a fucking wimpy.
Yeah. But, yeah, I did that. So that's my version of Colin's road trip, except I didn't stop every half an hour. I didn't stop at all. Anyway, thanks, Ian, for asking us for stories about road trips. Exciting news is only 18 minutes later than planned. We are moving into the final round.
Final round.
Oh.
Yes. Who's introducing this? Me or you, Adele? I'll just talk about it, shall I?
Yeah, it's an even number. I think we established you've got the even numbers, Colin.
Okay.
Glad that we discussed that on camera.
So me and Adele are both UK pun champions. Adele is the current one. Doesn't make it any better. She's just the current pun champion.
Reigning champion.
Anyway, I won it last year, which was the best year apparently, according to me. So diarrhea runs in the family car. Thanks, Dad. That's George Leggo, everyone. George Leggo.
Solid, actually. You've got your dad involved. This is great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Where your funny bones come from.
Yeah.
So
my funny bones come from cerebral palsy. Anyway.
Because we are
involved, that's really defecation.
Listen, guys, everyone needs to go home. Listen, right, because we're pun champions,
I wish I'd eaten dinner before this.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're going to ask Simon and Aaron to give us 2 topics, one each, and then we're going to pun off, and anyone can join in, to be fair, but we'll have a little pun off. So let me ask, who am I asking first? Simon, what's your topic for Adele to make up puns about?
My topic is the indigenous language it's let's do fast food. Fast food.
Okay. Fast food. Okay.
I can do a fast food when the chips are down.
Oh, hello. Starting already.
She started already.
Whilst Adele is having pen to paper, are you a lover of fast food, Simon, whilst Adele's just thinking?
Do you know what? I think I had this conversation with someone the other day about the last time that I had a McDonald's, and it was a really long time ago. There's not I don't know if I've mentioned it 7,000 times, but I'm currently in Amsterdam, and there's not a huge amount of the old Golden Arches and the BKs and your KFCs, etc. here. So they do have their own fast food chain called Fabo, which is like if fast food had stopped innovating in 1983.
And a big year for fast food as well.
And yeah, they were like, it's the peak year. This is never going to get any better. It's sort of at the point where they're like, it even looks shit on the pictures, and yet it's a national treasure.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. It comes out of little hatches in the wall. That's what's good about it, the novelty.
Nice.
That is nice. Okay, Aaron, what would you like Colin to pun about?
Well, I mean, I think we could go like the complete opposite of fast food and be like, how about something like the gym, something that I used to have to go to when becoming world champion powerlifter.
Oh my God, you never mentioned that. I had to go to that when I was going to become the UK punch champion.
I was just looking around my room like I'd forgotten there was a trophy in it somewhere, but I don't think I've ever won a trophy in my life. So
no.
Ian's idea.
Saw with a face on it.
Oh, that's a trophy. A sword. Yeah. If you were a serial killer, that could be a trophy.
Yes. I only keep one part of them as the trophy.
They're sore. Okay. Yeah. What's your favorite machine in a gym, Aaron?
None of them. I fucking hate the gym these days.
Coffee machine.
Yeah. Oh, am I right? No, genuinely, there was a vending machine at Harrow Leisure Centre, and that was the only reason why I would go, is I was allowed fruit pastilles after I went swimming when I was about 9. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a bench press guy. That's what I won the old world champion thing in. I don't like to mention it. But no, it's really fucking boring. Like, I used to work in a gym, and I fucking hate it. I'm so glad that gyms are shut forever, like a cesspool of bacteria. Never. But I tell you one sort of trick I had for the gym though, is like those big guys. Obviously, I'm not a big guy, but if you want to like befriend the big guys in the gym, what you can do is, no matter at any point during any time in their workout, at any point, you go up to them and go, "Oh, just warming up." They fucking love that. They fucking love that. Or just warming up. Oh, yeah, why don't you put some weight on it, mate?
They got loads of fun memories of friends.
Gym banter.
It's classic gym banter. I got some
classic banter.
So how this is going to work then? Let's say me and Del can both do puns about either of these topics, whether it's fast food or gyms, and we'll just have a bit of a pun off. And if you guys want to get involved, we will. And then we'll just see who's the most impressive. All right. Oh, good. Right, Adele, off you go.
Yeah, okay. Well, talking of gym banter, I was at the gym recently and this guy came up to me and said, "Have you got a Fitbit?" And I went, "Yeah, it's my whole body."
Yeah, nice. I was at the gym and I was talking about all the guys, they were being healthy. And I said to this guy, "What's your blood type?" And he said, "B negative." I said, "Okay, I hope you've got a shit blood type."
I was at the gym recently. I was wearing a pair of shoes that didn't match because one of them was my sister's, but the other was my own personal trainer.
I was in the gym recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've got to preface this by saying I've never won a punch championship. I said to someone there, "I'd like to lift something, but not too challenging." And he said, "There's a bit of a wait."
Oh, lovely, very nice. Go on, Adele.
Oh, okay. Go on me. What have I got to say about exercise? Yeah, I don't want to brag, but I can control a kayak brilliantly. Canoe.
Nice. I was in the gym and there was this instructor there, and he looked really angry. He was a cross trainer.
Yeah.
It's a bit of equipment, isn't it? That's fine.
Yeah. My friend's a plastic surgeon actually, but he prefers the term bodybuilder.
I saw this gardener at the gym. He was in the boxing ring at the gym, and he wasn't doing very well. To be honest, he was ready to throw the trowel in. It sounds like towel, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. I saw Carol Warderman in a boxing ring at a gym, and she wasn't enjoying it very much. She was ready to throw the vowel in.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw Yo-Yo Ma.
Why did you go with Vorderman and not Rachel Riley? Vorderman hasn't done it in 12 years.
Look,
she's who everyone knows.
She's the one. Who do you go for if you want a consonant or a vowel? You go to Vorderman. She knows what she's doing.
Vorderman every time.
Yeah.
She's experienced.
I was at the gym and there was a boxing ring there, and this very famous boxer from the 1990s turned up, and he was all creased, and I thought, oh, I should really iron Mike Tyson. Sorry, the thing I said. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was in I was in the gym, in the toilets in the gym actually, and I saw a boxer in there who was really angry about how dry his hands were. I think it was Dyson Fury.
Wow.
I mean, I really feel like at this stage we should stop talking about the gym.
Yeah.
All right,
Aaron, we never get to leave this. You realise, right?
Talking
this
about
goes on
fast
for
food,
7
then.
To do
hours.
until 2021. I'm fine.
Talking about fast food, then have another drink. Talking about fast food. When I was younger, when I was a child. Oh, my webcam's fallen over. Hang on. That's better. No, it's not. When I was a child, I kept this log about all the times I went to one particular restaurant. It's the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All right.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I know.
I was in a fast food restaurant recently, and I saw the President of the United States wearing a raincoat. It was McDonald's.
I wrote that one down, something like that.
I know, I'm not proud of myself either, Simon, but we make do.
Great minds.
What do you get if you cross potato snacks with dogs? Bichon fries.
Oh, that was very good. I'm struggling to catch up.
There we are.
Okay.
I was in McDonald's and I walked past this counter, and the ketchup said to me, "Oh, Cole, you look sexy." And I was like, whatever. And then the mayonnaise said, "Oh, Colin, I like your shirt." They were complimentary sauces.
I like going to fast food restaurants for my main, but they don't have very good desserts. So what I tend to do is I keep white chocolate down my top. The Milky Bras are on me. Okay, I think we should probably let people go home.
I am home, but I would appreciate that. Yeah.
Go home. I'm just going to go in another room over there and cook some food. We're all at home.
We're all at home. Let people.
I think we should let people go out.
Go out, yeah.
I need to turn the lights up. It's getting so dark here. Right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our first show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have watched, and like the scrolling thing at the bottom, if you have enjoyed it, we would love to give our guest as much money as we can. So please do donate whatever you think this is worth. An hour and a half of comedy, that's got to be worth what? What do you reckon, guys?
£2,000.
70 to 80,000 pounds.
Yeah, so someone around that ballpark. But yeah, we would love that. And let's say thank you to our wonderful guest. First of all, he came in first, so let's say goodbye to him first. Simon Fielder. Round of applause, please, for Simon Fielder.
Thanks, Simon.
Thanks, everyone.
You are in Amsterdam, but is there any way we can follow you online?
Story.
Where should people do that? Where can they follow?
Oh my God, yeah, just that. It's that on everything, really. Just type that in anywhere you want, and you can see a picture of me in some ballet pants holding a crocodile, or just follow me on Instagram. That sort of caper.
Great. I don't see anyone not wanting to see that, so that'll be a huge bump of 12 followers at least.
Yes, please.
And let's say thank you to Team Adele's champion of the day, Aaron. Thank you so much.
All right.
Very impressive.
Anything you'd like to promote? You know, yourself? Have you got any powerlifting competitions coming up?
No, I don't bother with that shit anymore. I realised that there was more important things in life than lifting something really heavy in front of a group of men whilst wearing a leotard. My next up video has just come out. So if you like me for an hour and a half of just talking nonsense with these guys, imagine how good I was for an hour when I had actually written what I was going to say. Mad. So yeah, if you go to nextup.com, search for me. I think you get a 7-day free trial if you haven't done it before. And that was my Edinburgh show from last year. So if you want to go watch that, you can. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. I don't really do anything on them, but you know, that's my sort of strategy in terms of online marketing. Is like I'll do a thing and be like tolerable on it, and people are like, oh yeah, I want to hear more about that guy, and then I post nothing, so nobody ever deletes me from their feed. Yeah.
Nice, super smart. Thank you both so much for coming on. Thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you, very professional production. Thank you, Jam First, for clearly
agree
leaving the room at several points, but thank you for that. Thank you, Steve, who said that was probably impressive. Thanks everyone for watching. If you've enjoyed it, we're going to do another one next week. We've got some very impressive guests. My guest is going to be Katie Pritchard, who's incredible.
And my guest is the wonderful Georgie Morale, who is a brilliant stand-up.
Also fantastic. So if you enjoyed it, tweet about it or buy us a coffee.
Thanks everyone. It's been a joy. Let's wave and do the end credits. And thanks guys. See you later.
Bye.
They're gonna play.